It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see Chris Godwin. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading him out, the former Jet, playing against his ex-team, the 39th overall pick in 2013, drafted by those Jets, Geno Smith.
Didn't exactly cover himself in glory during his time with the Jets, 11 and 18 as a starter. Almost wonder if not going in the first round and having to come back that second day of the draft was a precursor about what was going to happen with him with the Jets. Plenty of talent, great mind, a football gym rat, but it never came all together while he was in New York.
And now he's on the other side. Now a dump off here, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Well, this defense for the Jets, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was caught free, they... 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Smith. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
2:30 so far, and a pass attempt.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now Smith, throw left side, hauled in by Otton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Smith. Finding Otton once more. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Again, Smith. He's got Otten. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Back to throw, Smith. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Ready. A first carry for Rashad White. Shifts by at the 15. Eric Stokes in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They got real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. Nothing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 24, Smith. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 15. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Jets at 13-2 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one caught downfield by Watson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll look to run with Hall. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, Smith. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run out of the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Geno on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Second and 10, Smith again. That's complete to Lazard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Smith. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Smith on first down. He completes it right side to White. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now Gino. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. Back to throw again. To Evans on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Second down and goal. Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away from the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown. Christian Watson. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Williams. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Evans has it left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows for... Gino now to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Smith's throw on target to Godwin here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Now it's Smith. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. He's got Otten. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
I'm not flying. I'm not flying.
Throwing is Smith. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Smith. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Smith throwing again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. The 40, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Bucs now. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Smith throwing after the interception. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 11. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down at 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
When they got off the field on 3rd down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, start.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down, Smith. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Smith's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Gino. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, a run with Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
52 blaster.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Ready up. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Jets, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.